Well, we could start almost with an Army-Navy store tonight, couldn't we? Because you're Army,
Uh,
I was Navy, and you were a very proud man in the Army, weren't you?
I spent 33 years in the army. I did 20 years as a non-commissioned officer and 12 years as a commissioned officer. So, yeah, I'm proud of my time in the military.
And you were a doggy man as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I ended up being the officer commanding the K9 training squadron for the British services, really. So, yeah, I was pretty much dogs and EOD through most of my time in the military, looking for bombs and getting the best from dogs. I love dogs, yeah.
You're officer on deck as well. Well, that's my Navy term, but you in fact left the Army and then spent a little time doing other things, but then arrived at Mansfield for an operation known as the BID. Now, I know an awful lot of people haven't got a clue what the BID is. So what is it?
Okay, so the BID stands for Business Improvement District. It was an initiative that was brought into the country sort of 20 years ago, really, from Canada, where towns and cities could be helped out, and businesses within an area could pay to have a company come in that works alongside the local council, and bring prosperity and bring business improvement into the town. Mansfield decided to have a bid 15 years ago. We're now just at the end of our third year term, hoping to go into a fourth year term for another 5 years. And yeah, basically all the businesses in town, which there are 446 of them, vote to decide if they wish to pay a small business rate to have a bid. And our job is to ensure that we improve business. We're a business improvement district, and we look at varying ways to make business good in the town centre, because we all know town centres are struggling and city centres are struggling, and retail and how people shop has changed significantly over a number of years. You add that COVID to that, and the fact that people shop at home now and eat at home and spend a lot of time at home. Our job is about getting people back into the town centre, spending money, realising just how great Mansfield is. It's the largest town in Nottinghamshire. People forget that, and it's got a lot going on, and we promote that and we encourage people in.
Well, let me just find out who you are, first of all. Why does Jay Rowlinson go to, and I think a lot of people were interviewed, why do you think you got the job?
Well, the reason I went for the job, which is probably different to why I got the job, I went for the job because I like a challenge, and I think Mansfield's a challenging area. It's had its difficulties over the years. I still think it's got a hangover from the mines back from 35 years ago. It lost a lot of industry, lost the mines, and it's been a difficult place for people to live. But they are very proud of their town. People, the residents are proud of their town. They're proud of Mansfield. So I came for the challenge. Why did I get chosen? Um, it, it was really strange for me. I hope I got chosen for maybe one or two minor talents, but I actually think the thing that shone through since I've been here, and I've been here 3 years now, is that word leadership.
Yeah, you've got enough experience of doing that
Yeah.
through the army. Let me just hold on that for a moment. You've got a lot of bosses now in a funny sort of way, and a lot of agencies that you work with. How important has it been pulling that together?
Massively, massively important. That's the word communication is in some respects the key to Mansfield, and I've did my best with other partners and other stakeholders to increase communication, to stop siloism, and to stop people
Oh,
going off
whoa,
in
whoa,
their.
whoa. What's siloism?
Well, siloism is people just doing their own thing, whether it be within one organisation or a number of organisations, and it's not going to bring Mansfield forward.
Jay, were they pulling in different directions before?
A little bit. It would be unfair to say that just because Jay Rollinson's come in and now I'm running the bid that everything's great. That's not the case. But I did my best to have a single focus and to get strong partnerships, strong communication, because aren't we in Mansfield all in it together? Isn't that the whole point? And that's probably one of the reasons I'm here.
Well, if they are all in it together, and if we are in it together, there are people who don't go and shop there. What would your message be to them?
Shop here straight away, change your habits. It's because if we are all in it together and we want to support local business, and I think we forget, we just say, right, government's going to do this, council's going to do this, we pay our council tax, or whatever it may be. But if local business is thriving, then wages increase, the area increases in prosperity, and everyone gets a piece of the pie. So we can't just put all the blame into certain areas, NHS is bad, or education's bad, or the government's bad, or council, whatever. That's not, for me, certainly in the private sector, that's not how life works. It's the prosperity we bring into Mansfield in all fronts, including the taxes we pay, is going to make Mansfield better for everyone, and that's why we're in it together.
So, all right, let's say somebody's thinking of going shopping at the weekend. Why should they come to Mansfield? Apart from being community conscious, wanting to help, why should they shop in Mansfield?
I'll give you two answers to that. My first answer is why not to go anywhere else? Why do you want to get in your car, go pay £10 in fuel to get over to Nottingham, to then pay £10 parking, and then find somewhere to eat for 20 or 30 quid, or probably up to 50 quid for your family? So all of, straight away you're 50, 60 quid down before you've actually brought anything. Or you can come to the biggest town in Nottingham. There's some fantastic retail shops, there's some fantastic pubs, is a fantastic area. Where else have you got Primark opposite Marks and Spencer's? You don't go to Nottingham and find that.
So you can find things fairly quickly together.
Yeah, you can park for £2. Some people say parking should be free. I think that's a whole different argument. Council needs to make its money, but I understand it. I'd love parking to be free, but actually it's not a tenner, is it? It's £2. Come in, no fuel. You're here, can have a drink, don't have to drink and drive. Do most of the shopping that you want to do, if not all the shopping that you want to do, and go home. And let's be honest, it's not just about the retail. Mansfield Town Centre has got a fantastic array of eateries, restaurants, bars, pubs.
So it's getting a job as a salesman.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah,
that's what I do. But it's all true. I don't say anything for effect. I believe it.
All right. Well, you may believe it, but there's some things that we have to believe now. The Mansfield District Council have recently had a survey. I think 422 people bothered to say what they wanted.
Not a huge turnout.
Yeah. And one of the things that didn't come very high on it was entertainment. That was what, the council can only do so much. You had the lights. They were terrific. There was something that everybody looked for. That's had to close down this year.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm always honest for the good or bad benefit of myself and the bid.
You're not a politician, so you can't be. Go on.
Yeah, but ultimately, there's 110,000 people live in Mansfield, and 452 voted. It's almost the same figure that voted a couple of years ago. It's 0.45%. So it's firstly, I'm not sure it's a good indication of what people want. I'm just being blunt.
But the lights have gone anyway. I mean, you're doing something else, all right.
Yeah.
You're trying to spread it so that people come more regularly.
I love the lights.
Is that
no doubt about
excuse?
it.
Is that an excuse?
No, I don't think so. I love the lights. I think the lights, we had some good acts with the lights and such like over the space of the whole day. I think one year was 28,000, the next year was 30,000. It's a huge amount of footfall into the town centre. However, from my perspective as the bid, that is a Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, predominantly when the shops are coming to close. And yes, it breaks a habit. What I like about events is it brings people into the town and breaks this I'm going to shop at home, I'm going to shop at Amazon habit, yeah? And it gets people back into the town and gets them to see. So I loved the switch on for that. I loved it for the smiley faces. I loved it for the inclusive, fun, family culture. And that really, our switch on was probably one of the biggest in the county, if not one of the biggest in the country.
It was brilliant, let's be fair. It was It was a costly thing to do.
It was costly.
And it's cost that's cost it, if you like.
Yeah.
But now you're going to do something over 5 weeks. Is your chance to sell it?
So now we're doing a package, and this is actually where our businesses, I think, are better off, because what we did when we realised that there wasn't going to be a switch on, I got together with other partners. I work a lot with MDC, and I was like, right, so what we're going to do instead? It's important. And we sat down and we spoke to all the private businesses, to county council, to district council, and we said, right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do 5 or 6 weekends, and we're going to put a package together, and we're going to work with other places throughout the town, and we're going to divvy up what's going on, and we're going to spread it out so that every weekend for 5 weeks you've got something going on in our town centre. It's a reason to come in, it's a reason to spend some money, but it's not just that for me, it's the smiley faces. It's how people feel about Christmas in Mansfield. It's about coming, having a good time, supporting your businesses, so businesses supporting you, having a happy Christmas, and having a longer period of Christmas where it's not just that one hit, that one night, and spreading it over. And it's brilliant. You know, we've got lots going on. We've got market. We open on which is predominantly council stuff, on the 23rd, which is going to be a great weekend, in the memorial at the back of the town centre. And then the Swan have got a market the following weekend. Lots and lots going on. Nearer the end of the package, the BID have put a big event on in the Buttercross, and over that period of time, I've not named them all because there's a lot of them, yeah, and they're still coming in, and we're still encouraging them in. But it's on council website, it's on our website, it's advertised all over, it's in the news journal. There's lots of places it's at, so it's easy to find the information. If not, just give the BID a ring, and we'll tell you what's on. But what I'm telling you is it's a great package. It's condensed over a longer period of time. It's going to be brilliant.
In the longer period of time, can Mansfield come back? Can it get back to what many people argue it was in the bygone day?
There's two answers to that. Towns and cities will never be the same again. You know, the way that people shop, and those big towns and cities, you get a few abnormalities. I don't know if you've been up to York recently, but it's fantastic.
I love York.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, but
you can't turn Mansfield into a York.
No. Flip side, you can go into London. London wasn't anywhere like it was, 15, 20 years ago, and that's our capital. So we're fighting against what COVID did. We're fighting against how towns and centres are changing, how people are shopping, and I don't think we'll ever go back to those halcyon days. Yeah, but what I do think, and when it comes to Mansfield has bottomed out. It's felt the pain from losing the mines, from losing industry, and that tightening grasp, and it's coming out the other side. And when you look at what's coming, Beals is being replaced with a hub for the town centre. Marketplace is being done up as early as next year. Whole regeneration there. There's a whole chunk of regeneration down in Dame Flogan Street and Church Street. The whole eastern quarter of the town will change over the next 5 years, and in a grand scale. The interest in the town centre, and this is what the BID has created, the interest in the town centre, and I go on a lot of different meetings and I chair a lot of different meetings, has never been so high, and that's what the BID has done, and I believe, working with partners, fair enough, but what we've done is put a lot of interest, and we make other partners and other people accountable to ensure, and the reason that is not just because I get paid to do that, my team get paid to do that, but it's because the town centre is Mansfield's hub. It's our jewel. It's our jewel in the crown. And if we get our town centre right...
You're going to get the dust off it, are you?
The dust is off it. Dust is off it, mate. It's already starting to look better. Yeah. Footfall, 22% increase in footfall over the last 18 months. Yeah, straight away. Yeah. It's £150 million coming into Mansfield. Yeah. Some has already been spent. I was on a meeting earlier on today, yeah, and one of our biggest problems in Mansfield is we never ever shout loud enough, do we? Yeah, we've had some difficult times, but what about the good times, and what about how great our town is, and what the things that we're doing? Yeah, crime's come down in the town centre. Crime's come down across Mansfield. Footfall's gone up. We've got one of the highest increases in footfall in the country. You know, the £75 million flood alleviation. You shout good for you shout, Tone, and you people in this radio station shout good. But we've got to move away from feeling a little bit sorry for ourselves, and we've got to look like, go up to Barnsley, go and sit and have breakfast in Barnsley, and grab anyone and see how they talk about their town.
The bid went up there. So did the other Mansfield group that started. I'm going to finish on this subject because you've talked it up well enough. Yeah, I know quite a lot about you. You were an army officer. You served in all sorts of fighting areas. You know, we're talking about Iraq, we're talking about Afghanistan, etc. You worked with dogs. You worked with dogs that had to sniff out explosives, the explosives that no one can see. You know of officers and men that you work with who lost their lives. How big a fight is that compared to the fight you have here now, the battle you have here now?
There's a fundamental difference for me, and this is a personal answer, and the fundamental difference is when I went to war with a bunch of people who solely believed in what we were doing were right, and solely believed in the military and what they did day to day and their whole lifestyle, and we were just one team. Whilst people say that, you know, Mansfield is a close community, and in some respects it is, there's too many non-believers, Tone, and we need more believers. We need more people sticking up for their town, and the fight that we've got, as I said earlier on in this conversation, is about us all sticking together and working together. And too often, although it's lessened the amount of poor comments on social media, when I think one or two people say some really silly things about the place that they live and the place they should love, it's about working together. It's about teamwork. That comes back to that. There's no I in team. It's about sticking together, working together, believing together. And that's the fundamental difference, because I didn't question any of that in the military. It came in droves and I absolutely loved it. But I see from the background that I've had, this division, this non-belief, it's not going to get us anywhere. Feeling sorry for yourself isn't going to get you anywhere. I don't doubt that Mansfield's got its set of problems. I don't doubt that it has some of the poorer areas, etc. I'm not naive to any of that. But surely positivity and belief and hard work and just some of those old-fashioned values, one being teamwork, has got to be a way forward for Mansfield. Of course we've got to be clever with business. Of course we've got to work together, and we've got to work in the right manner, doing the right thing at the right time, put all those basics in, you know, put a platform to grow business. I understand that, but a good bit of common belief. And that's where I give credit to businesses in that town centre, whether they be national or particularly independent. There are people that put everything into opening a business in that town centre, and they put their livelihoods on the line to try and make a go of something. Their resilience, their belief, their hard work, I commend more than they'll ever know, because I find that absolutely amazing that they're prepared to take that risk.
Jay Rowlinson, thank you very much for talking to 103.2. Good luck in your battle.
Thank you.
'Tis the season to shop local. Fa la 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 la.
As we build up to the Christmas season, it's so important to shop local. Mansfield 103.2 have put together some special packages to advertise your business across Mansfield, Ashfield and surrounding area. It's all designed to encourage our listeners to support the local independent business community. If you want your business to be part of it, call Mansfield 646666 or email sales@mansfield103.co.uk.